Hey everyone, I'm Dave.
And I'm Adam.
And we are the Real Estate Dads. Today we have a special guest, Brandon Miller from Fidelity National Title.
Woo! I'm a dad too.
We brought him into the club.
Yep.
We are talking about an important issue that's going to be hopefully on the ballot in November. The California Property Tax Fairness Initiative.
Yep, exactly.
Over the last few months, I'd say there's been a strong push to get signatures to get this onto the general election for November. And we're going to have Brandon speak a little bit more about what this is all about.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited. I've actually been campaigning, collecting signatures for the last 2 weeks especially. There is a deadline to send in all these signatures, which has been extended to March 7th. And so far what I'm hearing, we should be able to get this initiative on the ballot. So all the signatures now accumulated are to put it on the ballot so that come November, when we're actually going in to vote, if it's on there, we definitely want to vote yes on this new initiative.
So what this initiative does is that currently in place, there are Proposition 60 and Prop 90 that allows homeowners that are 55 and older to move within their own county or participating counties and keeping their current property tax base. But it's very limiting. It does not cover the whole state of California.
Right.
What this initiative does is...
It's going to make it a statewide initiative, which is probably the biggest limitation that has been in existence since the 80s when this started.
How many counties are actually part of it right now?
Right, so all in California there's 11 total counties, which California is the size of a country, so 11 counties is really not a lot.
Right. I mean, Los Angeles is included.
Yes.
But there's a lot of people, we've ran into a lot of people that are 55 and older.
Right.
They're not moving, and their big issue is they want to move, but they say they can't because their step up in property taxes
would kill them.
I mean,
Absolutely.
just would not. They're not having the same income as they were before, so they can't move. They want to move closer to family and their kids. So this would potentially.
I truly think that this would unleash a whole untapped market of properties, and I think we all know LA is such a desirable place to live, but the biggest challenge is there's just not enough inventory.
Right.
So there are people that would sell, but they don't know where to go to.
Right.
I think this could definitely solve that problem. And like you guys said, that statewide, there's people moving all over, for different reasons. And now you would have the option of not only leaving Los Angeles to move to a place like Santa Barbara or San Francisco. You take your tax base with you, but you can keep moving, throughout the years, going after 55. So if you don't like San Francisco because it's maybe too cold and you want to move back to Los Angeles, you can continue to actually carry your tax base with you if you decide to sell in San Francisco and move back to Los Angeles. So it gives a lot of flexibility.
Yeah, because right now, I mean, under Proposition 13 is the reason why their tax base is low to begin with. It's 1% of the assessed value at the time of the purchase.
Exactly.
And then with Prop 60 and 90, it only allows for one move, right?
Yes.
So you're saying that the new initiative would allow for multiple moves, as you were talking about, which is huge.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
What I also like about this proposition, I think most of the time you'll see homeowners, if they're making that sell later in life, move down or maybe move to a place equal in value. Now we also have, through this initiative, you can decide to move up. If you want to get a bigger house because it's more expensive, you can still carry your tax base to that higher priced home, and it'll now have a blended tax rate that applies to that.
Even some smaller homes are more expensive than the original home.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of clients we're coming across are the older, the 55 or more who want to be closer to the grandkids, or even want to downsize in homes. So even those properties now are much more expensive than what they paid for.
Yes. Yeah. That is so true.
So Brandon's been working hard. We've been trying to get the word out, collecting signatures. We think the goal was to get 1 million to get it onto the initiative, onto the ballot.
How many have you got now? What are you up to?
So I'm kind of a small dent in this whole campaign, but collectively, there's a lot of people campaigning out there, collecting signatures. And when this goes up to Sacramento next week to be tallied, so far the word is it's going to most likely get on the ballot.
That's what I heard. It seems like there's a positive vibe out there.
Okay.
So even though there may not be enough time to get more signatures, we think we have enough. But as Brandon alluded to in the beginning, the awareness is still important because we all know we come to general elections, we see the ballots or the measures on the ballot, and a lot of times we just kind of skim through or skip because we're not aware.
Right.
So we're going to continue to push the awareness because this is a big issue that can benefit a lot of people.
I think so. I think once we do get on the ballot, let's do a video like this again and keep increasing awareness, because it'll be pretty much from March till November that we need more, and just about everyone out there knowing what this proposition is.
Okay.
So where else? Where can they get more information from you, or how can they sign or do more things? To
you know, I think there's a couple websites out there, even just by Googling. And by the way, it's not Proposition 60 and 90 when you Google that you'll find this information. It'll actually be under Proposition 13, because it's all an extension and a modification of Proposition 13. So if you Google that, you should see some information pull right up. I know you guys have a lot of useful data, so it'll probably be good to reach out to you.
Again, it's called the California Property Tax Fairness Initiative.
Right.
We'll certainly have a link at the bottom of this video that will take you to kind of a comprehensive form that you can take a look at on our website, and you'll get a lot more information about it. So,
great.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you very much.
I like it. I'm in.
All right, we'll see you in the next video.
See you soon.